Movies worth watching and watching again. These are movie gems.
Shh, it's starting.
You know, it's a treat to sit down to a great movie. But do you have trouble finding a worthwhile film you can watch with your family and friends? I'm Jay Fulmer, and I'm here to help. I have waited so many years for this movie to come out on Blu-ray, and how good does it look? You would never guess that it originally hit theaters in 1989. To celebrate this momentous release, let's talk about what makes this movie so special. When a U.S. nuclear submarine is sunk by an unexplained phenomenon in the Caribbean, a rescue mission immediately begins. But because there's a hurricane moving through the region, the government is unable to deploy a naval salvage team. Instead, Bud Brigman and his ensemble crew of undersea oil rig workers are hired to help out. The rig, aka Deep Core, is a privately owned experimental underwater drilling platform, and it and its crew are perfectly positioned to give a hand in this emergency mission to look for survivors. At the last minute, Brigman's flinty, estranged wife, Lindsay, who designed Deep Core, insists on coming aboard to lend an uninvited hand.
Hey, one night, it's Lindsay.
Oh, hi, Lindsay.
She is accompanied by 4 Navy SEALs whose job it is to lead the rescue. It turns out that there is no one left alive to save, but that doesn't mean they found nothing. There is something down there with them. The film packs complications on top of catastrophes for our heroes. The drowned sub is carrying 192 nuclear warheads, and the Navy suspects Russian submersibles are involved and trying to commandeer the nukes. Turbulence from a hurricane rocking the surface cuts off the crew's ties to the command ship, and since it turns out that the SEALs have their own secret orders, things start to get really crazy. Lindsay becomes fascinated by the unidentified living form they encounter.
Not human. Get it? Something non-human, but intelligent. A non-terrestrial intelligence.
Unfortunately, not everyone is as thrilled by their discovery, and that fear of what lies below them causes the Navy SEAL leader, Lieutenant Coffey, to make very bad decisions. This is a problem since he and his team are the ones with the guns, and because he is slowly losing his mind due to HPNS.
Let's watch each other closely for signs of HPNS.
High-pressure nervous syndrome. Muscle tremors, usually in the hands first. Nausea, increased excitability, disorientation.
And a partridge in a pear tree.
Director James Cameron is known for creating new technologies and inventive ways of filming to get the shots that no one else can. And The Abyss is no exception. This was filmed during the infancy of computer graphics, so almost all of what you see is real on some level. Massive sets were built underwater, and the actors all had to become divers. When Bud has to swim from one hatch to another deep underwater, and in one take, that's real. And that visceral reality is one thing that gives the film real weight. No one makes movies like this anymore. Despite being colossally ambitious, logistically boggling, and technically brilliant, the film has some vulnerabilities. The dialogue can be clunky and jarring at times, especially at the beginning of the film.
It's a call from topside, that new company man.
Churchill?
Yeah.
That guy don't know his butt from a rat hole.
I'm coming. Jeez, keep your pantyhose on.
The other main problem for most viewers is the film's too fast to the surface ending that seems abrupt and in some ways unearned. This is due in part to a major subplot that had to be cut from the film due to time constraints. But 4 years after its release in theaters, James Cameron released an extended edition, clocking it at almost 3 hours long, that fleshes the story out more and helps the ending make more sense. Both are now available on Blu-ray or streaming. But The Abyss has more than enough elements in its favor, not least the performances by Ed Harris as the compassionate crew leader and Mary Elizabeth Mastrantonio as the steel-willed counterpart. Not even the $50 million elaborate technical achievements can overshadow these two. One of my favorite scenes in all of movies is the unbearably tense moment between these two when they are trapped in a leaking submersible and there is only oxygen enough for one to survive. The performances are masterful and the sequence heartbreaking and heroic. Very few actors could have carried it the way these two do. The Abyss is a superbly orchestrated narrative, using all the tools of the medium to lure us into its center. It's a visceral and pulsating piece of filmmaking that is both enduring and powerful. The Abyss is an exercise in experimental and rogue filmmaking that is perhaps one of Cameron's most well-known signatures. It is also a well-made story that offers all the drama and excitement one would expect. A first-rate underwater suspenser with an otherworldly twist.
Well, we all see what we want to see. Coffee looks and he sees Russians. He sees hate and fear. You have to look with better eyes than that.
The Abyss was released in 1989, has a runtime of 2 hours and 20 minutes, and is rated PG-13. I give this movie 9 gems. Well, what do you think? Would you like to try it out? You can probably find this film at your local library, but you can also watch it through streaming online. Just type your movie title into the search bar and include the word streaming. You'll see results showing where you can rent it, or perhaps it's already on a streaming service you subscribe to. Once you watch it, come on back and tell us what you thought in the comments section. If you're already a fan of the movie, tell us in the comments what you loved about it and encourage others to watch it too. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell to be notified of new episodes as they come out. See you next time for more Movie Gems.